Okay, I have to confess, I have been doing a terrible job at getting through all of my unpainted minis. So today, we are finishing the Kyrie pack. My wife's going to be helping out painting Queen Kyrion and Glenerva. How am I supposed to pronounce these? And I'm going to be painting the other two. These names are weird. Another confession, these have been primed for like 3 months. But today's the day. Moving on. Layer of black primer, highlights with white primer, topped off with some white dry brushing. We're using speed paint, so a good foundation here is an absolute must. I wanted to use roughly the same color scheme as what was shown on the cards, so I tried to create a brownish base layer here and then go over it with some gold. I didn't like the way that this turned out too much, so I came back later and went over it with some more gold. Once I started adding the green dots and other details, she started to pop more. Now for this guy, I went with the shamrock green and just kind of had fun with it. I really like how vibrant this green is, but it felt like it was lacking some depth, so I added a little bit of gold and tried to mix it in here and there. Now the wings. Wings are hard, especially when they are white wings, and these were just pure white. It can be really hard not to ruin all of the depth that you have when you try to make them more white. So I used this light pallid bone color to just tint it a little bit. I then decided I wanted more color, so I used this green, and I got more color than I was expecting. And then once more, I came back to do a bit more trim work with solid gold. This isn't a color scheme that I've done before, but I really like the contrast and the green and the gold aesthetic. I like that. Now for the bases. I suck at bases, but I wanted to try something. For this, I used a brown acrylic paint to give it a nice base layer, and then I went over it with some green, and I used a toothpick to make these lines, and I tried to scratch into the ground a little bit to give it some texture. I think these turned out great, and my wife's minis turned out really good too. Please leave her some hype in the comments. It'll encourage her to help me paint these. Oh God, I have so many.